Hello. Hey, everybody. Happy almost April. Tomorrow is the big day. I am so ready for April and so ready to say goodbye to March. The March was better than February. We're just going to keep ticking on to get warmer and more things are happening. So it's an exciting time of year. I love spring. I love fall too, but they're my two favorites. How's everybody doing? Can you hear me? We good to go? Say hello in the chat if you're there. I turned my camera around and moved my whole desk just so you all could see Maggie. She's a fan favorite, so we'll see how long she lasts. I don't know. It's pretty quiet here tonight, so she might be fine. Hi, Bill. How are you? How's your weather up there? It's been unseasonably warm here. We've broken some records like in the 90s, 94, 92, the past 2 weeks off and on. And then it drops to like the 50s and it drops to like the 30s at night and then it goes back up. It's a little crazy. Hi, Doug. Hi, David. And April, if you're there. Just checking the chat here. Have you guys had weird weather too, like up and down? But it's just kind of typical for Oklahoma to be so crazy, especially in the spring. Hi, Hans. How are you? How's Belgium? What's your weather like? I bet it's pretty nice. I've been watching a lot of Switzerland YouTube videos with all the spring flowers. It's so pretty over there. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Hi, Diana. From Nevada. I think you're maybe a new viewer, so welcome. I'm glad you're here. I think you're my first Nevada person. You win the prize for being my very first Nevada person. I bet it's hot where you are. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, wow. It's low 70s, Bill. Wow. Because you're in Massachusetts, right? Or Maine. That's warm for you guys. Huh. Hi, Jimmy and Lori. Nice to see you. Well, I'm glad you're here, Diane. Have you been to Lancaster before? Or like any Amish country anywhere? It's so quiet here. It feels weird. Well, that was nice, David. Hi, Cindy and David. The Virginia Fun Seekers are in the house. We're going to talk to them later after we go over some fun April stuff. There's a lot going on in Lancaster County in April, and I'm not surprised, but I'm very happy about it. I think it's going to be like this pretty much from now until December. It's always a little quiet in January, February, and part of March. And then it picks up and just takes off. Oh, Diane, that's interesting. You grew up in South Jersey. Well, there are some people here on this channel from Jersey as well. So that's a big difference between South Jersey and Nevada. But I know what that's like. I grew up in Pennsylvania, in York County, right next to Lancaster County. Got married and moved away. Lived in New Mexico. Very, very different than Pennsylvania. Lived in Texas. Very, very different than Pennsylvania. West Virginia, not too different. And then Oklahoma. So been around a bit. My husband's not in the military, which people always ask. He's actually a geophysicist, geologist for energy companies. So a lot of the energy companies are in Texas or Oklahoma, Colorado, some. But anyway, hi, Nikki. You live in Twayman's from Erie. What's your weather like, Nikki? Is it nice there? I know you guys get pretty big winters. Diane, a lot of us wish we could move to Lancaster on this channel. Hi, Angie from Jacksonville, Florida. How are you all doing? Yep. Maggie, see, she's already up. Come here. Come lay down. Come on. She doesn't like to be in here too long, so I thought I'd put her on for a little bit. Oh, hi, Dan. Dan's in the house as well. Hi, David from Jacksonville. AC is running. Our AC came on as well. I was saying earlier that we've hit some record highs here, like in the 90s, low 90s. And a few days it was very hot. So AC's been running. And when our AC first comes on, this is probably TMI, but it always smells really weird like the first day. And I'm always glad when that's over with. All right. Hans says in Belgium, the weather is mixed. Snow, rain, sun. Dangerous for all fruit trees, as many are already in bloom. Oh, gee, yeah. I mean, Florida had that freeze not too long ago where it hurt some of the plants. Give me 5 seconds. My dog wants to be out. Hang on a second. Oh, sorry. I tried. Hans, she was here. If you want to see Maggie, you're going to rewind the video. She might come back in, but she's restless. I kind of hear her coming. Come on, lay down, Maggie. Lay down. Lay down. Yes, I know. But she just... Okay. Well, there she is. Hans really likes Maggie, so. Okay. Hi, Mary. How are you? All right. Nikki says it's stormy right now. There's almost 70 today. That's what I've been hearing on this chat. Okay. So, yeah, I feel like that's a little unusually warm for most people at this time of year. Been cloudy. Well, yeah, cloudy. I have mixed feelings about cloudy. I don't mind cloudy days sometimes, but too many in a row, I don't like them. Doug says Jess has the AC on all year long. That's funny. Well, my husband does not. So it gets hot here in the summer. Hi, Laura. How are you? Laura gets to go to Lancaster soon, too. And Christine's going on Friday. So she is the luckiest person in the chat, probably, unless there's a local one here. Well, I know David. Do what David does is in Lancaster. Oh, David says, I believe he and his family are going to Hershey Farm for Easter. Nice. There are a good amount of good Easter brunches in Lancaster County. Even in York County, when I was growing up, we always had a lot of Easter brunches. And like where I live now and where I've lived everywhere else, that's not really the case. It's not super common to have so many like our restaurants have a good Easter brunch, but I'm happy for you, David. That'll be a delicious way to fill up on Easter. Hi, Catherine. Oh, you're going this. Oh, okay, so Catherine actually is going on Thursday, so she actually wins. Besides David, who lives there. Oh, that's cool, Catherine. What kind of things are you going to do? I have some things to talk about tonight that you might not want to miss out on, so it's good you tuned in. Yes, 17th of April, Laura. Very good. Oh, cool. That's cool, Bill. You had the Strawberry Railroad live stream running on the TV. Nice. That's fun to do. I have done that as well before. David, you need to go to the Birdham restaurant. It's delicious. They're doing a great job. I'm going to check back through this chat, make sure I didn't miss anybody, and then we'll get started on April stuff. So David said, hi, Maggie. 80 in Eastern Pennsylvania. Wow. That is warm. Oh, my goodness. Now you brought her toy. Well, she's back with her. We call her turducken. It's really just a chicken, but we got it like around Thanksgiving, so we call her turducken. Okay. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Glad you guys are all here and you're all chatting. It's nice to see you all chat with each other, too. I always enjoy that. I think I've got everybody. Just double checking. I feel like I need to have background music. Am I surprised you know I don't do well with silence? I do like silence, but I often like background noise. Okay, I think I've got everybody. Let's go back down here. Okay, thank you all for being here. This is very exciting. There's a lot of you here tonight. Very cool, very cool. Probably see Sydney and David and Carly, which I don't blame you, the Virginia Sunseekers, because we love them. Oh, Nikki says, I'm supposed to go to Lancaster this year, but now we are holding out till next year. Do you help with itineraries? I've been struggling and overwhelmed, LOL. You know, it's funny you asked that, Nikki, because I'm almost done a series where I do like a week-long, a video each day of the week, Sunday through Saturday, highlighting things you can do each day. And I'm almost done. I have to do Friday and Saturday yet, but that's on my channel. It's under A Week in Lancaster under videos. If you look under playlists, it'll be under that. And there's certain days of the week that only certain things are happening, like Roots on Tuesday, which I think Bill just talked about that, yes. And Green Dragon on Friday. So, oh, Bill's going to Lidditz in May. That's right. Very excited. So look for those videos, and it's a lot of information, but it'll help you see like maybe what you want to focus on. And I also have a video about the like ultimate guide to planning a trip to Lancaster, which also breaks it down into like 5 categories, which is somewhat helpful. So look at those 2 videos, or that video, which is the ultimate guide to a Lancaster vacation, and then the week-long itinerary series I'm doing. I thought about doing itineraries and like making an actual website, but that's a whole conversation for another day. But yes, you can email me. I'll put it in the comments, and I can always send you highlights from like the different days and what not to miss. But the video should be pretty helpful. Okay, I'll put my old lady glasses on. Okay, so there's my email, Nikki. If you want to email me. Okay. Hi, Lynn. Nice to see you. Oh, thank you. Live on Purpose for loving my Days of the Week series. That's very nice. It's a lot. It's a lot to talk about. That's why it's taken me a while. But I enjoy it because it's fun to think about everything you can do. And honestly, even though I'm doing 7 days and 7 videos, I'm not going to hit it all because Lancaster is just huge. But yes, I talked about Roots on Tuesdays, Bill, for sure. And I'm going to talk about the Green Dragon on Friday, Catherine. So those are being taken care of. Okay, let us get into April things. Take a swig of water. There's a lot going on in April, the month of April. I'm going to pull up this little video I got here. So first we're going to see just some general Easter events in Lancaster. This is going to be this first video or two is going to be a kind of a quick run through about some things that are going on that you can look at yourself. This is all found on discoverlancaster.com. Always a great source to find out all the Lancaster happenings. And also lancasterpa.com is also a good one. But they had the mud sales listed there. They had some Easter events. And then again, this is just a quick look at them. I'm going to go into some details in a minute. This is interesting to me. It just shows you how amazing Lancaster County is with their theaters. Look at all these theaters and shows. That's just amazing. I'm just always amazed by that. I don't think people realize how many theaters there are in Lancaster. So you can always go back to this video later after the live is over and look at those again and pause it. But honestly, if you just go to discoverlancaster.com and click on spring, it'll tell you all this stuff. So, and history this year is extra special in Lancaster because they are featuring a lot of stuff to talk about the 250th anniversary of our country. So I'll get into that soon, but there's a lot going on in Lancaster to celebrate that. So again, check out Discover Lancaster. They have a lot of articles and events listed for that. Let's see what else we got here, including this thing, which is called America's 250th Passport, which I think this is so much fun. I love things I can fill out and put stickers on and get a fake prize for. I don't think you get a prize, but I think this would be so cool. And you get to fill out different things. You go to different places that celebrate something historical about America in Lancaster County, and you get like a sticker, and then you get to finish your booklet. So then here they're going to list all the places you can get this. Hang on a second. It's coming. So, okay. Again, here's more about it. There's 23 historic sites you're going to see across Lancaster County. And of course, it doubles as a keepsake. We have from January to December. You have all year to do this, which is really cool. But here's all the places you can pick up with this passport. A lot of places, including the Strasburg Railroad, the Fulton Theater, Lidditz Historical Foundation. What else? There was something else here the Julius Sturgis Pretzel Factory. And of course, you can go to Discover Lancaster Visitor Center, which is right off Route 30, to get this. So I think this sounds fun. I'm hoping to be in Lancaster 3, maybe 4 times this year, Pennsylvania/Lancaster, and I'm hoping I can do this. It's kind of a challenge, but I like it. I like a good challenge, so that's pretty cool. Make sure I didn't miss. Okay, I'm going to check the chat now because right before I get to the Easter stuff, We go back to the chat. Yeah, I'm so glad you guys are chatty. I just gotta catch up. I'm on my own tonight, so I don't have anyone helping me. Of course, David. Always the countryside roast stand for pretzels. And milkshakes. I haven't tried milkshake there, but that's an everyday occurrence. If I was in Lancaster, I would go every day. Maybe not. That's not the best idea, probably. Oh, Lynn's maybe doing a hot air balloon in July. No, Lynn, but that is on my bucket list. I'm really trying to figure out when to do that. If I want to try to pull it off, that is like something I really, really, really want to do. And I have not done it yet. So if you do it, let me know. I think it'd be really fun. Thank you, David and Cindy, for saying that. Cool, Nikki. Yes, I'm hoping it's helpful for you to look at that stuff. Okay, I'm used to check. Bill, I hope you get to use that gift certificate soon. Hang on, what's that? Crystal. Hi, Crystal. We're coming down from Maine in a month. Have you done the scooter tour? You guys are hitting all things I haven't done. No, that's something else that's on my bucket list. I was trying to decide between the scooter tour and the hot air balloon this year. So I don't think I have time, and I feel too bad spending that much money twice. So no, but that looks really, really fun. I would definitely recommend that. And you're on the ground, so if you don't want to go up in the air, I think they have like a lot of good scooter tours, like not just regular. They have like special ones, like a date night one. I think there's like a brunch one. There's like different kinds of scooter tours. So I do think they look really fun. Okay, so Mary says, my daughter and I have done the scooter tour. It's so much fun. So there you go. Recommendation. Yeah, is there any more snow where you guys live? That's a good question, Bill. Okay, now let's get back to this video. All right, I'm trying to not keep you guys here for 3 hours because, I can talk for a while. All right, so here's some more Easter stuff. First, they talk about the Easter bunny trains, and there's a few of them. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. Like I said, we're going to get into some details soon. But I just want this on here for you, for at least you to know that you can go here and look at this stuff and in more detail yourself. So it's very helpful to check out discoverlancaster.com. They have tons of articles. And they have some places here that have some special Easter events. Some of them go on a little bit longer, like Dutch Wonderland has egg selling event that goes on almost all month of April. Okay, we're going to skip out of this soon. Get into some more details and spend more time talking about a few things I definitely want to point out. There's several things I want to talk about tonight that look really fun. So we're going to hop there really soon. Okay, first, the Kitchen Kettle Village has a fun Easter tradition. It's basically breakfast with Yummy and the Easter Bunny. Brunch, my bad. It's a buffet in the Kling House. You have 3 different times you can arrive: 9:30, 11, 9:30, 10:30, or 11. And there's a egg hunt after the breakfast. There's photo opportunities with the Easter Bunny and Yummy. There's a goodie bag and an egg-sighting passport of fun with treats for the kids throughout the village. So the passports are always fun. You get to, it's almost like the passport we just talked about, where you get to check off a list of things to do in the village for the kids. So that's for the kids. Really fun. Lynn asked if there's any recommendations for fishing in Lancaster County. I hope somebody else can help you because I cannot. Although I know there are a lot of, there's a lot of like creeks and rivers, and I do see people doing that. I see Amish people doing that a lot, and then there's a Susquehanna River that I think there's actually a there's a place along the river that does different things. I'm not sure if fishing is one of them. So if anyone else has any ideas for Lynn about fishing, put it in the comments because I don't have anything. Just a hot air balloon video would be a cool video. I agree with you, which is why I'm leaning towards that because that'd be so much fun. Okay, so back to the Kitchen Kettle kiddo Easter thing here. So actually the food looks really good. I think this would be really fun. It's nice they have an egg hunt. This is just this weekend yet, Friday and Saturday. It was last weekend. It's this weekend and it's done. So it's not too late to do this if you want to do this. Here's the cost down here, and you book online. So I would check that out if you would like to do something fun like that with the kids. Also in Kitchen Kettle Village, something else that I really do enjoy. This is their 2026 Spring Fling Shopping Package. This is just like the passport, but more so and all about shopping. And it's a $90 value. You pay $40 to get it. You get different little gifts throughout the entire village. Well, through most of the village. I've done this in the summer. It's really, really fun. And it tells you here what you're going to get from each place, including a meal at the Harvest Cafe. So it's a fun way just to hang out in the village and just get some treats and just see the stores. So I really like this idea too. And this is from now. It starts on the 30th of March and runs through June 30th. So you have a good amount of time to do this, which is nice. You have, what is that, 3 months? So I like that. That's a fun thing to do at Kitchen Kettle Village. I love the village. There's always fun things to do there. I'm always happy to show off the village. So fun things going on there. Let's see what's next. You can call them as well if you want to purchase online or over the phone. Okay. Look at me. I'm taking a breath. All right. This is really, I love this idea. So Perfect Pots, which is it's a nice size garden stand in the Kitchen Kettle Village, right kind of along the parking lot. And it has like an indoor cute little shed, I guess, and it has a whole bunch of stuff on the outside. And I love that store, but they have, you might know this, you guys know a lot about Lancaster, they have a whole greenhouse along the Strasburg Pike, which is where this is. And it's a do-it-yourself resurrection garden. And they had this April 4th. No reservations are necessary. I believe you just show up. I think it's actually now until April 4th. You can show up and just do this resurrection garden. It tells you what they give you here. It's $20, which I think is a really good price for doing this little thing. You can either bring your own pot. A pot's not included, so bring your own or choose one there. Be cheaper to bring your own, but they have soil, a plant, terracotta pot for the tomb, and a large rock, pebbles, sand, and moss. So as you can see, it's a little picture over there. I think that looks so fun. Like, I would love to do this if I was there. I just think I do enjoy gardening. I'm not like the best at it, but I really do like getting dirty with my hands. So yeah, and here's where it is. Here's the address of it if you want to know. It's right there in the greenhouse along the Strasburg Pike. So 745 Strasburg Pike in Strasburg. So I did not know they had a greenhouse. I mean, it makes sense, but I didn't know that. So I'm looking forward to checking this place out sooner than later. Okay, no more chat right now, so we can keep going. Okay, what's next here? All right, now we're going to talk about the Strasburg Railroad and their Easter train. So they have an Easter extravaganza last weekend and this weekend, the 3rd through 5th of April. And they have candy drop times. They have a Easter bunny brunch at 9 a.m. at the cafe. They have train rides led by Peter Cottontail. They have some other entertainment that are going on. But they also partner with the Barn at Paradise Station, which if you're on the Strasburg Railroad going down their ride and you pass Casey Jones Restaurant and the Red Caboose Motel, all the cabooses that are hotel rooms, right there on the property, they built this beautiful venue of a barn like 3-4 years ago. It's called the Barn at Paradise Station. It is beautiful, and they're having a whole thing there for the kids, like a big egg hunt. So that's cool that they're partnering with them. They will have a shuttle that will go back and forth this weekend for that. So it was like a fun activity. If you like the train, I love the Strasburg Railroad. So the train plus Easter makes a fun day. I'm going to have to text Cindy from the Virginia Fun Singers real quick. Never mind. Okay. You're good to go, Cindy. All right. So this is more the what's going on. The Strasburg Railroad extravaganzas. They have entertainment. They have candy drops, egg hunt, shuttle. Let's skip ahead to the next thing here. This is more of the entertainment. You can look us up on the StrasburgRailroad.com. We're gonna skip ahead to this. So this is the Lancaster Cupcake Company, and make sure I say this right. Every Monday and Friday, all the time, they have a kids story time at 10 a.m. where they get to read a kid's story and give the kids a cupcake to decorate. A lot of fun. I think that's really cute. But in addition to that, they also have decorating workshops for anybody, for adults, teenagers, older kids. So you get more cupcakes with this. You get about 6 of them. In fact, let me skip ahead to that. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so it's Friday, April 3rd at 6 p.m. It's $39, but you do get 6 cupcakes. You get all the frosting, decorating, a 45-minute step-by-step guided instruction, some strawberry lemonade. So I think that'd be good. A fun date night, be fun girls' night. I think this is cool. And they do a lot of community events at Lancaster Cupcake. And it's kind of right there, kind of near I think it's near the Eden Resort in a way, middle of kind of all the highways, not too far from that. So pretty central to Lancaster County. All right, now we're gonna go across the river to my side of the river. So hopping across the Susquehanna River is York County. And right after you get into York County, like right after the river, you're gonna hit Hellam very soon, Hellam. It's a town in York County. And this place, Flinchball's Farm Market and Orchard, has a lot going on. Who knows about this place? Put your comments in the chat because I'm really impressed with what I found. I found them by discovering they're having a Tulip Days and Tulip Fest where they have tulips to look at. And so I'll show you some of that right now. So the Tulip Days are Monday through Friday. Tulip Fest is on Saturday, the 4 Saturdays in April. And that includes more of like a festival. So there's going to be food trucks and other things going on where during the week you can just go and show up and be in the tulip fields. So this is a great place for pictures, a great place just to appreciate the beauty of the flowers of the tulips because they're just gorgeous flowers. And so I'm looking forward to this. This is something I want to do. And there is a small fee. The tickets have not gone on sale yet, but you do have to pay to make a reservation so they can control the crowds a bit. But yeah, lots of tulips. Lots of beautiful tulips to hang out and look at. So I want to put this up here because it looks really fun. It's not very far across from the river, like probably 10 to 15 minutes after you cross the river. So this looks really fun. All right. Has anybody been to the Flinchballs yet, huh? Well, that's going to change soon. I'm excited about that. So the hours for that are 10 to 6, Monday through Thursday, 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Friday. Saturday, the festivals are 9 to 5. It's a really fun way to hang out. You can bring your dogs into the actual fields, but not into the market area. So they have a market stand too. It's a whole market. So it's kind of like a combination of Kaufman's Fruit Farm in Lancaster and like the Birdhand Farmers Market. I mean, that's a bit of a stretch, but they have their own market, and they have their own orchards, and they have their own food. So pretty fun. Let me skip ahead because I'm going to get our friends on here soon. Okay, next up, we have the Birdhand Stage. So the Birdhand Stage, which is underneath the restaurant, has their opening weekend this weekend. And if you go this weekend, you get $10 off an adult ticket. However, Friday is sold out completely. But Saturday, as of yesterday, Saturday still has availability at 7 p.m. So if you're loving the stage, and they are a great theater, I do love this theater, then you could go this weekend. You book online, you can save $10 per adult ticket, and you just do so online. You can buy them online. But it's Ned and Nancy See America. So it's this couple who's retired who are going across the country in their RV. And apparently there's an Amish stowaway in the RV. So I think that looks really fun. This would be fun to do. So Birdhand Stage. There's something else going on. Of course, it's going to be playing, past this weekend, but it is opening weekend. And here's like their calendar of when they offer shows. So pretty much Tuesdays through Saturdays every week, probably from now until December. Honestly, they'll have different shows throughout the year. This is opening weekend at the Birdhand Stage. Very fun, very fun. Okay. Next up, we have another thing to do at Kitchen Kettleville. Another thing to do in Birdhand. So if you page down from the theaters, you can see this Spring Taste of Birdhand. So on April 11th from, let's say 10 to 5, I think, if you go to the Artisan Village, which is across the street from the farmer's market in that old hardware building, they have a tasting tour. So you get to taste family recipes and other kinds of things they're going to be offering from local purveyors. So a good way to taste some pantry stuff. I think that's really cool. So that was the 11th of April from 10 to 5. And I believe you have to buy, let me go back a second. I'm pretty sure you buy a ticket for that. Yes, you do. Does it say how much it is on here? I can't see. I'm in the way. Well, come on. Oh, I just cut myself. Okay. Well, there's probably a small fee, but it's probably less than $10. All right. Next thing I want to tell you about, because I did not know about this either until just this past like 2 weeks. And I'm very excited because I love cherry blossom trees. They're so beautiful. And Marietta, which is, if you are going across the river from York County and you hit Lancaster County and Columbia is there on your right, you would take a left and go up that way along the river. There's a town called Marietta. And that's where this is. So it's in Lancaster County on the very western border of Lancaster County, like north-ish, but not too far from Route 30. So they have a cherry blossom festival. So they have a music festival on Saturday, April 18th, which is great. And they have everything they have going there is free to attend. If you want to buy a wristband and try some different drinks and stuff, that costs you money, but they accept donations. But all the proceeds go to keeping those cherry blossoms healthy and taking care of the preservation of those cherry blossoms. So this looks fun. And so I'm not really thinking I want to do the festival because it's going to be crowded. I just want to see the trees. So I would go probably the day before or the day after, sometime when they're in bloom, and just walk along the sidewalk. So the trees like line the river. So it's going to be really fantastic, I think, to see those beautiful trees along the Susquehanna River, along a nice small town. So really fun stuff. And here's like what's there on that Saturday. But I want to show you guys this because I didn't know about this. Anybody else know about this? Anybody? I can't tell if you're like still there or just I'm talking too much or just taking it all in. I know I'm giving you a lot, but again, you can go back and look at this later and just check on things you want to look at. I'm trying to go through it in a decent pace, so I'm not here all night. But yes, the cherry blossoms in Marietta look pretty fabulous, so really fun. Okay, next we're going to talk about the murder at Mount Hope Mansion. This is a dinner theater, and they're this year they're doing like back in, I think it's 1876. They're going to have the setting of this one. I'm waiting for this thing to change. It's through April, so it only lasts until the rest of this month. And of course, it's pricey because it's a dinner theater, so it's like $76. So it's definitely not for everybody. But if you love dinner theater and you have not been to this, which I haven't, but it's a beautiful old Victorian home, I think it'd be really fun to do as a special event, special occasion. But I wanted to show you their food here because their food looks really good. That's what had me kind of most impressed, I think, was the menu. So it's not just your average, mashed potatoes and pot roast. They have some pretty nice looking stuff here on the menu. So good option for people who enjoy murder mystery dinners, who enjoy dinner theaters. This would be fun. I've never actually gone to a murder mystery dinner, but I have hosted one with my friends, and that was fun too. I'm a terrible actor. I really am. Like I can't hold a character. I break all the time and laugh. So I'm terrible at it. But some of my friends were very good at it. Okay, now we're going to talk about, we're almost done. Talk about historic rock ford. So if you don't know what this is a old building / plantation. And I forget the name of the guy who owns it, but it basically was someone who was like an adjunct general to George Washington. He owned this built this house and plantation. So it's very old, it's very historical. But they have a lot of cool things this year, which is why I want to talk about it, for celebrating America. So lots of patriotic historical events being offered here. There's a gallery you can go look at and features different Lancaster people who are important in history of Lancaster and America. And yeah, look at that. They have a social dance in April. Man, I would totally go there if I lived there. That would be so much fun. But they have like all sorts of things going on here. So if you don't know much about Rock Ford, I've been there like on the outside, but never did anything on the inside. But this looks so fun because it's really focusing on American history this year with the 250th birthday. So I love that. Let me check the chat here. Nikki says we have trains that do murder mysteries here. Yes, Strasburg Railroad also does a murder mystery train. It's just short because it's only like 45 minutes. But yeah, that sounds fun. A longer train ride would be fun, I think. Okay, we're almost done. think there's a couple more things to look at real quick. This is just more about Rockford. I just wanted you guys to be aware of it so you can look up their website and see all they have to offer. So I'm not going to show you all this right now because we are running a little late for my projected time to be done in a decent time. But yeah, lots of stuff going on at the historic Rockford. Lots of stuff about America in Lancaster County. So check them out this year. At least check out their website. See what they're offering. Okay. I had to talk about this. So Dutch Apple Dinner Theater is another dinner theater in another theater, but it's a dinner theater in Lancaster County. Been around for a long time. But look what they're showing. I had to show you because they're playing Oklahoma. So that's pretty fun. March 27th through May 10th. Oh, that sounds... Actually, I'd never seen the play of Oklahoma, but like my kids had to sing the songs at school when they're younger here. So I'm not gonna sing it for you. I can't sing either. I do like the song. Everybody sings a song. And here's a funny story. When they say Oklahoma, where the winds come swooping down the plains, that's very accurate because the wind is crazy here, and they literally sweep down the plains. In fact, today I was driving. You can look at this while I talk. I was driving, and no joke, there's a trampoline along the side of the road that blew from someone's yard, like not even close by because there was no yards facing that way. So the trampoline had blown almost into the street. That's how crazy the winds that sweep down the plains are. Oh, yes, Lynn, it's hard to keep track of all this. So that's why you should go back and look through this again because it's too much to talk about too fast, and take notes. Yes, but you can always go back and check it again. Okay, Laura says, if anyone wants to do a cool thing for dinner is visiting Bubba's Brewery in Mount Joy. Let me go back up. What did she just say? I lost it. Oh, there it is. They have an area called the Catacombs. It's a cool dining experience way under the ground. Ooh, that is cool. Ooh, I would like that. So they have an underground catacomb area for dining at this Bubba's Brewery in Mount Joy. So thank you for sharing that, Laura. That does sound fun. Let's add it to my list. Okay, and thank you, David. That was very kind for you to give me $2. That's so kind. Thank you very much, David. You're so kind. Okay, this is just some more Easter events. I'm not going to go over those because you can do this really. Actually, this is from the beginning. Okay, a couple of things that were not in the video I want to say real quick. I'm going to stop this for now before I change it. Okay. 3 things. The Village Greens Miniature Golf Course in Strasburg opens this weekend. And that's only going to be weekends in April, and they open up more and more, and by June, it's full time every day. But that's this weekend. That's one thing. Secondly, one of my favorite things that I've ever done is the Best Kept Secrets Tour. She has those tickets on sale now, just bestkeptsecrets.com, and you get to explore Lancaster, like 30 different places, and drive all around. It's so much fun. It's a great way to see all the small farms and stands and shops owned by all the locals. Best Kept Secrets. Very, very good idea. It's a tour. You have 2 weeks to finish it. Probably takes about 3 days total if you do all of it. Very fun. Lastly, just to be in preparation for May, on May 2nd is the Pretzel Fest in Lidditz. So the Lidditz Kiwanis Club is selling tickets online. Just type in Lidditz Pretzel Fest in Google and you'll find it. And you go around to like 15 different places and try different kinds of pretzels. All the money benefits some kids' charity in Lidditz. So it's a fun way to be in Lidditz, have some pretzels, and support a good charity. So those 3 things. Now, we're going to bring on the Virginia Fun Seekers. So if you don't know who this is, you probably do. They are a great YouTube channel, very successful, very popular, very wonderful. They're very kind and honest, and we've become friends over the years. So they also love Lancaster. They go all over, though. They go like everywhere along the East Coast. They were out here recently, and they've gone, I think, even to like maybe Arizona. They're hoping to go to Arizona, but they go all over the East Coast, up and down. So they do lots. So they're fun to watch because they show you a lot of places that you normally wouldn't see. Okay, so we're going to bring them on. We change the screen. And then here we go. Hello. Let me try to change it this way. Oh, there we go. Now you can see Carly and all of you.
Good evening.
Hi.
Hello. Good evening. How are you all?
We're doing good. How about you?
Good, good. Yes, I'm glad you're here. It's always nice to see you. So you
Thank you
have
for
some
asking.
Hello to all the Lancaster fans out there.
fans. Hi, Carly. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Did you get a haircut? Or is it just like falling different?
No, I just have it
Okay.
behind my
Okay.
yeah.
Just couldn't tell for a second.
Yeah.
Well, how about you all tell us your Lancaster experience? Like when you started going, did you go as a kid? Did you go as a married couple? Maybe you have some favorite memories. So just talk to us about your love of Lancaster because I know you love it too. We'd love to hear about it.
Well, we started going after we got married.
Okay.
I don't know what the year was when we first went, but I know one particular time we went with another couple. We were headed up to New York, was going to see the Yankees play baseball.
Oh.
So we stopped there in Lancaster for on the way up. Spent one or two nights.
That was 2 or 3 nights, I think.
All right,
We did a few things there with them.
But anyway,
I don't think they had been there before. We were kind of showing
yeah,
them
we were
that,
kind
and
of
then-
showing them around.
Okay.
But I know it was after we got married before we started going.
and before Carly was born.
Yeah. Cool. Do you remember like anything from the first couple visits that you did that really stands out that you did repeatedly or just it's changed so much over the years you don't remember?
I think the thing that still stands out to me, and that's the Sight and Sounds Theater.
Mm.
That was really one of the draws for us to go, and we just love it. And I have not seen the Christmas program, and they haven't had it in a few years. And I've been like, okay, I want to see this. I see Branson's having it this year, but I definitely want to go to and see that at some point. But we just love that. It's just like walking right into the Bible. The Bible comes to life in front of your eyes. And we also love theater, and especially being biblical like that. It's just really so impressive. And we tell everyone, if you're going to Lancaster, make sure you get your tickets early enough so you can go see that. Because if you haven't been to one of those shows, you just don't know what you're missing. And so to me, that's one of the things that definitely stands out. And I think the other thing is just riding around in Amish Country. It is so beautiful, and everything is so well kept there. It just amazes me of the flowers, the farms, everything is just so beautiful. So they're the two things that always stand out to me from when we first started going to now, and both of those are the same.
Now, were you at the old Sight and Sound Theater before they built the new big one, or did you always go to the big one?
Dave, I think it's always been the same one.
It's the one right now they have currently.
Yeah, I don't think, right.
I can't remember the year they built that because it used to be in a smaller theater, then they just kept growing.
Okay.
And
Right.
But I didn't know if you were there before. I don't remember when that was, so I can't tell you. But yes, so you want to see that Christmas show? I will tell you that it's being retired, and they're only playing it at Branson this year. Then they're not going to show it again. So if you want to see that Christmas show, you might have to go to Branson.
Oh, good. I have to go to Branson at Christmas to see that.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, our friend Matt, who's an actor, told us that in February that they're going to retire that show. I was like, oh, it was a good one. I saw it a long time ago, but it is good. So.
And you'd already touched base on this, Cindy, but that's one of the things I enjoy is just riding around the countryside. You see all the farms and all the pretty scenery. See the horses and buggies going up the road. You hear the clip-clop going up the highway. You know, it's just a magical time.
I agree. It's clip-clop therapy. Yeah, it's honestly, if you took a lot of the tourist stuff away, I would still be happy just driving around, honestly. It's such a special place. So
when we go up, we just get on some back roads. We start driving. We don't know where we're going to come out at. And we just have a great time.
Yeah, that's the fun of it. Just now we have our phones now and we don't get as lost as we used to. But, you know, back in the day before that, it was easy to get back there for a while because you wouldn't be able to find your way out.
Yeah, back in the day, I would just put my GPS up on the windshield and then I would just drive. And then when I wanted to go back to where we were staying, I would just hit the hotel and it would route me back. So never had to worry about getting lost.
No, before even GPS, I had my dad. My dad would just take me in and then he'd find his way. He always found his way out of there. Back before all that stuff, back when there's paper maps. So my mom and dad say hello to you guys. Of course, Angie and David. So yes, they're all.
You also find those little stores and stuff that you didn't know exist. Those little small shops and different things riding around. That's neat to see that too.
Yeah. You guys would probably really enjoy that Best Kept Secrets tour if you ever had like a 3-day weekend to do that, because you really see a lot of those local hidden away places that you normally wouldn't see. And they have one in the spring, the fall, and then also December. And December is always smaller, but it is a cool way to kind of explore the county, to see different shops and stuff. It's fun. Yeah. Well, cool. So Carly, what's some of your favorite things about Lancaster? Do you have a favorite place to eat or a favorite place to go?
I like the Sight and Sounds Theater. Like, I loved that when we went, and like going backstage that one time, that was so cool.
Because it's enormous. Like, you're like, oh my word.
Because we saw, what was it? It was something for their next upcoming
For David, I think it's.
It was it the horse?
Yes.
It was the giant horse.
The Giants. And
Trojan. No, wait.
Yeah. Or is it Goliath?
I thought when we was up there, David was playing, I thought.
Yeah, David was playing when we were up there. And
we saw how big Goliath was backstage.
Yeah, right.
And that was just unbelievable.
Did we see the Trojan horse?
We did see
that. That's what I liked, because when we were walking and stuff, I like through it. I saw the Trojan horse and I was like, holy cow. Because I love stuff like that, and being able to go backstage and like actually see like what they did to make the props and everything was like so cool to me.
You like a farm too.
Oh,
that family farm.
With the ice cream.
The ice cream, and then didn't they have
and
like
the little baby cat?
Lap belly
I love
farm.
that.
Yeah.
Those so
they're so cute. Those little cows are cute.
It's worth the drive out there to see the animals.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So Sight and Sound, someone asked me last February or this February about backstage. They don't do backstage tours anymore. So you got lucky, because we got lucky too, because we had Matt from this channel give us a tour on his own in October, but they don't offer them as like a paid thing anymore, which is a bummer.
I don't even know how we did that.
We emailed them, and we just emailed to say, hey, we're a YouTube channel.
Okay.
And we never did end up getting a video out of it, but it was so interesting to see everything.
Because so much of the stuff we couldn't record.
Yeah, some of this stuff, they didn't want me to put it out, so I really didn't get a whole lot of footage.
Right. And I only took pictures. I was not allowed to do any videos of the inside. I just did pictures, and then I took videos of the animals. But did you see the barns? And they take such good care of the animals. I was really impressed with that. Really impressed with that.
Because I didn't want to put anything out that they didn't want released. So, I kind of felt a little uneasy after I did film some of this stuff. So I just kind of held off on it.
Yeah, no, I get it. In fact, when I did my little video, I sent it to Matt first. I'm like, is this okay? Because I don't want to get in trouble. So I felt a little better after that. Okay, I'm checking the chat here. Oh, I get up at 5 a.m. I watch the cows head in to be milked. Bill's just talking about all sorts of fun things here.
You can see it on the TV.
It pops up on the
TV.
Yeah, it's hard when you're doing this to see it, but Bill's just talking about going south of Route 30. Yeah, there's, Lancaster County is so big. Like, because I spent some time in like Rawlinsville and really southern Lancaster County last April, and I was like, I had no idea it was even like this down here. It was beautiful. And then like northwestern is beautiful, a lot of trees, and it's just so big that you could really do that every trip you go to, and probably do a different route, I imagine. Yeah.
Tell what's your favorite place, David?
My favorite place is she already knows.
I do. But you say
road stand.
Yay! They are so good. I can't wait.
That's one of my favorite things to stop and get every time.
They are just unmatched. I mean, I've taken a lot of people there over the years, and everybody has said these are the best ever. Like,
they are.
Really, they are just. I don't know what they do to make them so good, but they're doing it right.
Yes, they are. You get
so
talking now. I like to have one right now.
I know. You can buy the mix. I've done that. I mean, it's not as good. It's not as good, but it's fun to buy the mix.
We had to make.
Gosh.
Do you get the original, or do you get the cinnamon sugar, or do you get all of it?
Well, I normally get every one of them most of the time.
Yeah.
And then we'll split them up, and what they don't eat, I'll finish them up.
Nice. Yeah, Dan's like, we're going there, right? I'm like, yes, we're going there. That's his favorite too.
More than one.
Do you guys have I know you like Diener's. Do you like any other restaurants, a lot, or do you like to try the new places or same places?
Well, we try to go to different places, but some of my favorites is like you already mentioned, Dina's. That's one of our favorites. Cindy, she loves those brown buttered noodles.
They've got the best ones.
I like the corn.
And
nice.
I've only been there once, but Miller's. I really enjoyed Miller's. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
And a lot of folks, they talk about the Shady Maple. That's good. But I thought the food at Miller's was a little bit better for its quality.
Yeah, it's funny how you hit those buffets, and some days are just different than other days. Even if it's the same restaurant, you just never know sometimes what you're going to get. But I do feel like Shady Maple has improved their quality over the past 3 years, I would say. I'm glad about that. But it's hard to compete with all the food you get there. If you're bringing someone for the first time, it's always fun to go there because you can try so many different kinds of foods. And I do like Shady Maple for that reason. But then, as a regular place, I don't like to go there as a regular place. My kids do.
And then something else we want to try is the Hershey Farm.
Oh, yes, we do need to try that. Yeah. I forgot you haven't done that.
We hadn't been since they rebuilt. So we're looking forward to trying that out.
You should.
And Danielle, you've sold me on the ham balls there. That's why I want to go there to try their ham balls.
Have you tried the burn hand ones yet?
It has been a while. It's been a while since we've been there because them burning down and then reopening and all that. You
guys went to Hometown Kitchen, didn't you, at one point?
We did.
Yes, that's probably one of my favorite places I've been up there.
That has become what's it called, a underdog winner, because they're kind of they don't really advertise, but they are delicious and very authentic, and they have good ham balls too. I think I had their ham balls, maybe I had their ham loaf. I have to look at the video, but they were really good.
Carla's never been, because when we went, you was at 4-H. It's a place talking about to eat. You were at 4-H camp. So Sydney and myself went up for a few days, and
we're due to go back there.
We tried that, and we really did like it, especially those strawberry preserves. I love those.
Wow. Oh, I haven't tried that. I just loved my dinner, and I love the restaurant. Just so cool the way they have it decorated and
the walls painted up is just very cool.
It was just neat. Yeah. Christine says she also likes Hometown Kitchen, and then there's another girl on here who's on here, Christina, who I think she lives in New Jersey, and I was eating there last April with my friend, and she walked in. I was like, she's like, oh, I was like, oh hi. It was funny because I seen her it's crazy you run into somebody on a random Saturday night in Lancaster County that But that is a very popular place. Very popular place. I think with the locals especially, because there's a lot of people in there you could tell were locals. Yeah.
The food we had that particular day, we certainly did enjoy. It was good.
Yeah. Why did you guys do that video? Because I think that might have been one of the first ones I saw of you guys, maybe.
It's been a while. I can't remember the year, but I know, like you said, you was in 4-H camp.
It's probably been 4 or 5 years ago.
At least.
Yeah, it was a while ago because I stopped going to 4-H about, 3 years ago?
But it was the first year that you went that we
Yeah.
went.
Yeah. Cool. Well, anything else about Lancaster you want to dish on? When are you going to go next?
We're hoping to get back up there this summer.
Yes.
That's what
I hope you do too. I hope you do too.
We're also going to Ohio this summer, and I know you.
Why are you going back?
Something about kind of comparing Ohio, which is Holmes County, to Lancaster.
Yes.
And the one thing that stood out above everything when we went there, when we first got there, I already had a restaurant we were going to. So, we head to the restaurant and we're passing scooters.
Oh,
we
really?
could believe, and these are electric scooters, not
electric
and e-bikes. And they had a lot of those. In Ohio, and that was so strange to us to see that.
I know it.
Because we're not used to seeing that in Lancaster, and there was a lot of that. And of course, it depending on like which church they belong to,
Mm-hmm.
would depend on what they could do or what they couldn't do.
Right. I was going to ask you actually that question, like what you saw from your last year's visit compared to maybe like the major difference. Is there major differences in Ohio, Amish Country versus Lancaster, or is it subtle, would you say?
It's subtle. Like, there's nothing major.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe a few, I guess the houses kind of look different.
Okay.
Well, they were more comfortable with us videoing them.
Yeah, like
Interesting.
more comfortable videoing, and I feel like they were like a tad bit more modern, I guess. But that depends on like the church too.
Right.
Because we did take a tour. A lady gave us a tour around, and she took us to different artisans. Went to the
Nice.
the homes or either the place of business.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them, like I said, they didn't mind being filmed. And
Right.
she let us know before we got there. So it's like one particular lady where Sydney actually made a basket. And
Yeah, I remember that.
She didn't, she said we could film her hand showing Cindy how to do it, but no face shots. So,
Okay.
It's what we're used to.
We were very fine, comfortable doing that. So, but the lady, she would tell us before we got to the place, you can film this person here, this person you can't. So, and we actually got to eat with an Amish family, and
I love
that was very enjoyable.
That food was amazing.
Yes.
Now, the people didn't know we were coming to video because it was a tour. And when she did the tour, she actually just took us, and then there was another friend of hers who went with us.
It was it was a news lady, I think.
It was.
Oh, really?
She's also the lady that I introduced a weather app to.
Yeah,
that was funny.
She's so sweet. But anyway, it was really neat because she wanted us to make sure we got good footage because, of course, that helped her business too.
Yeah.
And I did see, I don't know if it's Christine or Christina that came up that said that she wants to go to Ohio, 2 homes.
Christine, yeah.
If you go, I do recommend that tour company. And the lady's name is Lavon, and it's Table Talk.
Amish Table Talk.
Amish Table Talk is and I noticed they have more tours than they had last year when I looked on there. And we're working with her to do something this year when we go as well. And
cool.
She used to work with the Amish, like taking them places. And so she has a good rapport with a lot of the Amish people.
That's nice.
That's how she knows them. And so that was just our way kind of in to see some of this stuff. So that was pretty neat.
I remember your videos. They were very good. I remember thinking it was extremely beautiful there. Like, it seemed to be like more bright colors. I felt like maybe I saw brighter, like maybe their barns were redder. I don't know. But it was pretty.
I don't think it's any prettier than Lancaster.
No, both of them are beautiful places.
But they're a little different.
Are they is it hillier, maybe?
I think it might be more hills in Ohio.
That's probably why
It's why they need to use the electric.
Yeah, that's probably why they need the scooters because so many hills and stuff, and I feel like long distance.
But I would say that would probably be the biggest difference between the Ohio and the Pennsylvania was seeing them e-bikes and the electric scooters. Getting used to seeing how that being used.
Yeah. Well, I know that Lancaster is probably the most conservative, supposedly, of all of them, and from what I've seen, that's true. But even in Lancaster County, you can have the districts be a little different with their rules. And like, I saw a battery-powered scooter once, and we're doing a buggy tour, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, that's a battery-powered scooter. It's like solar-powered, actually." And he's like, an Amish guy makes them up the street. I was like, really? He's like, yeah, that church district is okay with that. I was like, huh.
Speaking of like the Amish buggies, we went to the place right there in Ohio where a man was fixing them. And a lot of that stuff, they use these the batteries like for cordless drills and stuff. That's how a lot of that stuff's operated inside of the buggy, which I was kind of wondering what power to get the power to it, and that's what they use.
Interesting. Yeah, they're very clever with their power. They really are.
They certainly are.
That's fun. Oh, cool. I'm glad you're going back because I did enjoy those videos you did last year. They were really cool. So
we're looking forward to going back and seeing some more of it. And we did enjoy. When we go to Pennsylvania, we always enjoy it, and we enjoyed Ohio as well. Yeah,
very fun. Very fun. I put her name and the name of that in the chat, but I think I spelled her name wrong. But at least I have it on there. For those who want to check that out.
But we did a video on it, and if anybody's interested,
true.
they can go to our channel, and we've got her information on there as well.
I'm gonna put your name on here again.
But the name of her, like I said, the name of her company is called Amish Table Talk.
She already
Okay.
She is so knowledgeable. She really is of the Amish area there. And and I've looked at different statistics, Danielle, and you may know as far as the largest Amish community. Now, I've always thought it was Lancaster. Now, according to LaVon, she was saying Ohio.
I've heard that too before, but then Lancaster still claims it. But I have heard that as well. That actually one of the places in Ohio is bigger, so it's a controversy.
I feel like one of them's more spaced out than the other. That's what I feel like.
Ohio, I think.
Yeah, Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio
Is
is
it
more
really?
spaced out. I think so. So that's why it seems like it's less, probably, because it's so spaced out over a wide distance. Lancaster, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's more like crammed together, I think.
Well, it's kind of like you got different little sections of it.
Yeah.
Yes, I know what you're saying.
So, like,
Well, both of them are big.
yeah, both of them
Yeah.
are large.
It'd be fun to do like a fun little drive one day. Go from like the very north, like western part of the county, go the whole way down to the southeastern to see how long it would take. So when you had your meal there, do you remember what they served you in Ohio? Like anything different? Because like here in Oklahoma, Amish country, which is very different, by the way, very different. There's no shoe fly pie. There's no there's a few whoopie pies, but not many. And there's no like fried chicken, and it's just a little different here. So I wondered if it was different there.
Well, they don't have the shoe fly pie. That's a Lancaster.
Yeah, I think it's very locally. Yeah.
Our food that night we had, I know it was it was fried chicken tenders. It was roast beef. And then they had mashed potatoes.
Those mashed potatoes,
And
I
so
don't know what was.
They
with
had
it.
some
They were
delicious
good.
corn. I mean, that corn was some of the best corn I've ever eaten.
Huh. Nice.
And
They also started with a nice
you
salad.
had a garden salad. But the thing that I remember most of all, Danielle, was that peach pie.
I like.
Oh, really?
That peach pie, man, that thing was some kind of good.
He hasn't stopped that peach pie.
And then
When David says it was some kind of good, I know it was good.
And at the end, she said, "Get you some more." I said, "No, you don't have to tell me but once."
That's awesome. Makes me really hungry actually when you say that.
Whatever kind of pie was it that night?
I think he had a cherry.
It was cherry.
Then he had the peach
There was
and
one more.
one more. It was 3 different types of pies.
Wasn't there like another cobbler type thing?
But
Like it
that
was like
peach,
a cobbler flavored.
I ate
Huh.
the peach. That's the only one I tried.
that
Yeah.
peach, that's all
Was
I
it
remember.
That's funny. Well, if I go there, I'll make sure I get that. So Doug said they went to Sugar Creek, Ohio years ago. Is that near where you were or not Sugar Creek?
Yeah, Sugar Creek is in Holmes County.
It's all in that Walnut
Okay.
Creek,
Wa-
Sugar Creek.
Berlin or Berlin, they pronounce it both ways.
Oh, yeah. And Walnut Creek makes a lot of
In Millersburg, because we actually stayed in Millersburg when we got there.
I know Walnut Creek is a very famous like Amish canned preserves, or they sell a lot of Walnut Creek everywhere. Like I see them on your videos. I see them in Oklahoma. I see them everywhere. They're very spread
And that
out.
was a huge plant too, because we went by it several times, and 'cause the main road kind of went right by it when we was traveling around. But that place was a big manufacturing plant.
Interesting.
We want to try to do some Amish videos from this area because we do have Amish people in this area.
Oh yeah, you should.
Yeah, we're going to try to do that. So we know some
That'd be
people
cool.
who know some people type thing with the Amish. So hopefully we'll be able to work that out and at least go to maybe a cheese shop and a few things like that. I'd like to do
That'd
some
be fun.
furniture.
That's a great idea. I love to see that because they're all so different. I think really.
Yes.
There's 32 states that have them, and I think they're all very different.
The
That's
ones
cool.
in this area are pretty conservative overall.
Nice.
More like I think most of them have come from Lancaster that are in this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Interesting. Well, what do you guys? Doug says he went to Pinecraft, Florida. Oh yeah, like That's where a lot of them retire, I think, in Pinecraft, Florida. Or I know Angie and David have said there's Amish near them too, in Florida.
I've never been there. I'll have to look it
Yeah,
up.
so you have not seen Amish in Florida yet, have you? When you go down there, I have not.
Amish, and when you go on vacation, you see Amish. And where they're from, you don't necessarily know sometimes.
That's true.
Like if you go to the beach, you'll see Amish at the beach and things like that. But I can't recall in Florida seeing like any buggies.
No, I don't recall seeing any either.
Now we were going to go to one of the Amish restaurants there. They're Dutchman. And unfortunately, I was sick and we didn't make it.
Mm. Well, Angie says Sarasota. So, Angie, are there buggies there? And Doug, did you see buggies in Pinecraft? Because I'm curious.
Sarasota is where their Dutchman is.
Okay.
That is in the Sarasota. Okay, so we have been in that area then.
We just hadn't seen any.
We'll have to, next time we go to that area, check it
Interesting. You have more friends here.
Hi, John.
Hey, John.
Oh, my dad's like, we love you, David, Cindy, and Carly.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, Mom.
Just say he didn't tell me that tonight. Just saying. I know he loves me. It's okay.
Now.
3-wheeled bikes. Interesting.
3-wheeled bikes.
Haven't done that yet.
I was looking at getting an e-bike, one of the 3 wheels. I got a 2-wheel e-bike, but I was thinking about getting a 3-wheel.
Oh, you have? That's cool. So Jess says they have them in Myrtle Beach too, and they go swimming in their dresses.
They go swimming in the dresses.
How?
I have seen Amish at the beach, but I didn't know if they were from there on
Right.
vacation.
How would that work? I don't.
They had to have like some sort of like pants or something underneath, otherwise it'd be really awkward.
I was like, how would that work?
Yeah, that'd be hard. Well, when I do that 5K and race in September in Lancaster, there's always Amish running, and they always are in their dresses. I mean, they wear their regular Amish clothes. The men and the women, they still run just like that. So,
And
I'm sure they have like something underneath it.
The Amish love volleyball, Danielle. I don't know if you've talked about this before, but it's really
play that a lot.
Riding around, and you're seeing all of like get-togethers, and everybody's playing volleyball.
Yeah, that's fun.
Softball too, but especially volleyball seems like.
Yeah, they love the volleyball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right about that. And the best time I think to drive around and see that is like Sunday nights if you can catch like one of the youth gatherings or something.
Right.
You get really lucky. But they also last year I saw them playing pickleball. I was like, that's pickleball. Neat. That was pretty cool. And bare feet. Oh yeah, Christine says that too. Sometimes they run their bare feet. That's true. At the 5K.
I mean,
thanks, Dad.
That would kill my feet if I had to run barefooted.
I mean, they're probably used to it.
Oh no.
Yeah, I said that would kill me though.
Some runners do like wear those sock shoes, and they run in those. I have friends who do that. They're like those gloves for feet. And they run in those feet.
Do that.
They train their feet to be. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I need like really thick shoes.
I'm pretty sure climbers and like a few other things like that also do that because it kind of helps. I know certain climbers do it because it has like better grip on the rocks, I guess, when climbing.
I guess they can feel it better.
Yeah, and then some do that for parkour, if I remember correctly. Like,
Have you done parkour, Carly?
No, I watched it.
I'm surprised, actually.
I like climbing, but like I've never really done anything like that. I know how to do a few of the things.
Yeah.
Like certain moves, but like, oh.
Nice.
I don't have any
around your mom and dad's house.
Gosh.
Just some chairs and some sofas. You can practice at home.
Yeah, I'd break something by accident. I'd much rather have like a big spot outside.
Yeah.
Because I used to have like a tiny play set that I would climb on. Once I grew out of doing anything on it, I would just climb on it.
Nice.
So, but
yeah, it's good exercise. Climbing is good exercise. So you're probably pretty strong. I know Cooper sent me a Instagram reel, I think today, on like failed parkours. I was like, I can't watch this.
Oh,
it was stupid. I was like, nope.
No, because some of the stuff, like they'll be on top of like roofs and stuff, jumping from roof to roof. Yes. They'll be like doing things like
it's crazy.
Concrete that most people wouldn't even try on mats.
No,
and it's like no.
extreme parkouring.
Yeah.
Well, so what do you guys have planned for Easter, if you don't mind telling us that before we get off?
Well, that morning we'll get up early. We'll have sunrise service at church.
Nice.
And after that, we'll have a breakfast at the church, a little fellowship thing, and then
That's nice.
The kids will get together, have a little Easter egg hunt, and then we'll go back in, have Sunday school, and then we'll have preaching. After preaching, we coming home, and we're hitting the road, heading to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Oh, are you really?
Yes.
Nice.
They have spring break next week from school, so.
Well, that worked out well.
So Sunday afternoon, right after church, we'll come home, and we'll hopefully have the car loaded when we get home, and we'll just jump into one we're driving and take off.
Well, that's awesome. How long does it take you to get there from your place?
It's probably going to be about 5.5 hours to get there from that.
That's not bad. Yeah, that's
It
not
is
bad.
a long day on Sunday.
Oh yeah,
But it's wonderful. I mean, we just
that
look
is.
forward to it, and
Yes.
we really enjoy everything.
That's awesome. We don't.
Yeah, Sunday night we'll be tired, but
Yes.
we'll have all week to rest up. So
That's
And
so fun.
Our pastor always sings "He's Alive," and that just makes our Easter because of the way he sings it. It's just so emotional, and
Aw.
that's why we celebrate Easter, because he is alive. And,
Right.
then while that's playing, we have a guy. He has long hair, has a beard, and everything. So he'll put on. It looks like it's almost fake with his hair and his beard, but he'll come out with his white robe on, and he'll portray Jesus.
Oh wow.
He'll hold his hands out, when Jeff is singing "He's Alive." So it's a very touching ceremony that morning.
That's awesome. That's like a long, good celebration, like from sunrise till probably lunchtime. That's really cool.
Yeah, and we start at 7. That's what time
Nice.
it begins for sunrise service.
So the churches I've been to, only one of them has done that, and we were in this small Baptist church. We lived in Socorro, New Mexico. Like maybe 80 people were going there, and they did sunrise service, and that was the only one I was ever at that did that. And we did that year, and that was really neat. But we do other things. Like our church has this. Tomorrow we're doing something for the kids. It's like a Jerusalem marketplace. So they have like different tents that the kids can go around and experience like life like it was in Jerusalem back then. But then Friday is like my favorite. It's called the Good Friday Experience. And you basically go through Jesus' whole last day, from like starting at the Last Supper with his disciples, washing the feet, and then they go to the Garden of Gethsemane, and then the betrayal of Judas, and then there's like the trial with Pilate, and there's like stairs going up to the courthouse, and then there's like the burial, and then there's like the frankincense and the myrrh. There's like a few spices that they use to bury his body and like take care of it, and they have those there for you to smell. That's an amazing station. And my favorite is like the inner curtain, because when Jesus dies, that curtain in the temple split from head to foot, and it was a thick curtain, and that thing is split during that when he does finally die, which is one of my favorite parts of the whole story, because only God had done that. That curtain was big and tall and thick, and it's split right down the middle to show you that you have entrance into the Holy of Holies now. You don't have to go through a priest. You can go right to Jesus and right to God. So that's my favorite part. So that's an all-day thing that our church does. Like people come in and just do the whole like stations of it. It is so cool. It's so cool. So that's one of my favorite things we do for sure. And it's just a really neat way to see what happened those last like 12 hours of his life. And then you celebrate him being risen again on Sunday. So that's always a great day. Great day. Yes. Okay, let me check the chat here. So I've not heard of the National Rolls-Royce Bentley Museum, actually, from Pennsylvania Dutch Country. Huh. John said that. I don't know about that. Oh, he's a reader at his church. That's cool. Nice. So yeah, Jess and Doug both live in Myrtle Beach, or on this channel, on this chat. So they're like, you're coming to our area.
You will be there Sunday evening.
That's cool. Jess, you probably already have all your restaurants picked out, don't you?
We got some of them picked out.
We have a list. We always have a list.
Yeah.
There's usually maybe a couple that are a must-do that we've got to go to, but we try to be flexible too.
And then sometimes we'll see a place after we get there and say, hey, we need to try that. That looks good.
I was thinking if Jess or Doug had a recommendation, they could put it in the chat.
Oh,
Or you can tell me and I can tell them if you think about it later. So
that'd be great.
Yeah.
We're always looking for a good place to try.
Yeah, you guys are good at that. You're good at. Angie wants to know if you're going to get your crab legs.
You know that, Angie. That's a given.
I was just getting ready to say, if you recommend some more crab legs, they'll be there.
Yes.
You know it's going to be one seafood buffet somewhere.
That's so fun. I love crab legs as well. We all love crab in my family except for Nathan. He does not like any seafood. It's kind of funny.
But I like some of those like little family style places too. I like places like that.
We always like the independent places.
Yeah, those are special.
Some of them just the simple home cooking is some of the best food you're gonna get. So
I agree. You guys are really good at finding all the good places. So you all should watch their channel because they just really do a lot of really good reviews and they're always so wonderful.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you saying that, and we always enjoy yours as well, Danielle.
That's very kind.
Okay.
So Jess did recommend Parsons Table is in an old church. It's beautiful. It's in a little river. So there you go. Have you heard that one?
No, I don't think I have. Let me type that. I'm going to text it to you, Cindy.
That does sound cool. It's an old church. I would enjoy that. That'd be neat. And golden egg for breakfast, you said.
Yeah, I have looked at that. Now,
oh, really?
I had not been there, but I was looking at that because I see quite a few people have recommended
and golden egg.
It's a Little River, by the way. Put Parsons Table at Little River.
Interesting.
Little River.
Yeah. And then golden egg.
We'll go to breakfast maybe once or
golden
twice
egg.
while we're there.
Mm-hmm.
The main reason we do it is so we can show our viewers, because they always ask us about breakfast.
Oh, really?
Do breakfast. And so we're like, okay, let's try to at least do one or two when we go on vacation.
Yeah.
So we can show our subscribers because they seem to like breakfast reviews and
one place I want to go is going to sound kind of crazy, but it's a grocery store. It's called It's called Bolinose. And we went there before, and that place, had a fantastic looking salad bar.
That's what I want to do, is a salad bar.
Then they have like a little deli area in there where you can get different types of food. And each day they have a certain lunch special, and also at dinner time they have a certain lunch special.
Really?
And this is just like a kind of a local independent grocery store in that area.
Well, that's wild.
Is it the spot where there were like the ship things and I wanted to get one?
Yeah, they had a gift shop upstairs.
Yeah, so I want to go back just so I can get one of them.
Okay.
Well, I want to go there and eat so you can, and also it looks like a lighthouse on the other side. You can walk up in the top of it, and you can look out and you can actually see across the street where the beach is located.
Oh, that's cool. That does sound fun.
Well,
there's a restaurant, there's a grocery store like that in Lancaster County where they serve food too, and I'm blanking on the name.
The Shady Maple grocery store, I would kind of compare it to that.
Okay.
Because I think the grocery store she's talking about was the one that Keith had told us about.
Yes. Keith talks about it, and I'm just like blanking on the name. I was just there 2 years ago. Anyway, they had the store, they had restaurant, and then they had this little tiny like stand on the front of the store where you could just order some food to go, a couple tables, or take it with you, like hot food, ready to go, right there at the store. It was really cool. Something you don't see very often.
But I used to work produce many years ago, and
did you?
At Shady Maple, I tell you what, I was very well impressed when I walked in that grocery store. That produce section just blew me away.
Yeah, I think I get probably more comments about that grocery store than any other store in Lancaster. Yep.
Yeah, Christine says Shady Maple grocery store.
It is.
We love going there. See what
I need to take a closer look at it. Every time we're there, I feel like we're rushing, so I need to spend more time just in there.
And you go in there, you see stuff you can't find around this area.
Yeah.
Well, such a huge
I went there one time with some girlfriends, and they were just like, mouths were dropped, and they couldn't believe the prices, and they couldn't believe the selection. I was like, yes, it's so different than what you're used to here.
We went there one time. This was when like broccoli was coming in.
Oh, good.
Here's the broccoli. They were that big around. I couldn't get over how big here's the broccoli and cauliflower as well.
Isn't that wild?
And all of it is just grown right there in that area. So
I know.
It was fascinating just to see all that.
There's something special about Lancaster County soil, I'm telling you. Something special. All right, now Doug's telling you to check out the Marsh Walk in Murrells Inlet. Bunch of restaurants on the water.
Yes.
Huh.
Okay. Carly's going to go ahead and she's got
Bye.
Yeah, tell them all good
Bye,
night.
Carly.
So.
Yeah, she's got to go get a shower and get ready.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here, Carly. I appreciate you being here tonight with your mom and dad. Always nice seeing you.
Nice seeing you all too.
You want to come this way? Oh, you're going that way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's
It's
all right.
okay, Carly.
Bye. Adios.
Bye. Such a sweet girl. We always love seeing Carly. So did you see this on here? The Marsh Walk and Murrells Inlet. And then Jess said Casa Calamari has really good Italian. And then John agreed that Murrells Inlet is a winner.
We walked in there.
I was going to say, we walked in at Christmas time, didn't we? Right.
Oh, that was fun. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been down there and actually walked over to had some lights or something. We walked there too. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. Well, I appreciate you guys being here. It's always nice to see you and chat with you.
Well, thank you for asking us.
Fun.
Yeah.
At least this time we had this stream y'all going on. We didn't lose electricity this time.
We did not. It would have been okay if we did, though. That was wild.
Yeah, it was.
So
Still can't get over it. I thought we never would get back to get the chat going and come back, and it's like we never left.
So for those who don't know this, they do like a big, what was it, 12 days of Christmas or 10 days of Christmas?
12 days.
And they do a live stream every night for 12 days in December and have a giveaway and do all sorts of fun games. And one night we were like doing this with them. Like we were on as like little special guests. And in the middle of us doing this, their power goes out completely. They like disappear. I'm like, where did they go? And so because it was with StreamYard, not YouTube, our end kept going and the chat kept going. I'm like, should we stay? They're like, yeah, stay here. And then they got back on like nothing ever happened. And it was crazy. Yeah, I mean, just the odds of it happening are so slim. There wasn't even a storm, right? There was no storm. It just was like a weird.
Yeah, I just went out. I don't have no reason why, but y'all kept everything going for us.
It was so funny. Oh yeah, I was like, I don't know what to do, but the chat's like, just stay and see what happens. And that's what we did. So, yep, that was funny. It's a good memory. It's a very good memory. Carly had some people saying goodnight to her. My mom and Angie. That was sweet. You're still getting some more recommendations here from Myrtle Beach.
Yep, I'm getting some of them. I can see them on the TV screen coming up, so I'm kind of texting them to Cindy right now.
Palm 33.
Yeah, this guy.
Doug and Jess used to live in New York. He was a cop in New York City. He was there during 9/11 and everything. So, and they retired. Wow. He retired. They moved to Myrtle Beach. I forget, maybe 8 years ago, something like that. So,
well, thank you for your service.
Yes, we do thank him for his service. Yes.
We went to the 9/11 museum this year.
Did you really?
We went to New York to see the Yankees play, and the last time we were at New York, they hadn't opened; they were building it, so we were able to go. And it's just something I think that every American should go to. Yeah. I mean, it's just amazing.
Yeah,
very emotional.
It is.
Yeah, I can't imagine. That'd be hard to see. Yeah. Yes, we do appreciate. And then one of our friends on here, Jimmy, was also a cop in New York, but he's not talking as much tonight. So yeah, I'm very thankful to have these great guys who served their city and our country. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll let you wrap it up so we can all get to bed soon. Thank you, Jen. It was nice chatting with you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us tonight. We enjoyed it.
Absolutely. We appreciate it.
And we want to wish you a happy Easter, and everybody, all your subscribers, happy Easter to everyone.
Happy Easter.
A blessed Easter.
Happy Easter. Happy Resurrection Day.
That's it.
And thank you. And you guys need to subscribe to them if you have not. The Virginia Fun Seekers, I'll put it in the comments one more time for you. But they're wonderful, and they go all over the place. So they're fun to watch.
And if it's anything you want to see in Ohio, just let us know, and we'll try to video it if we can. If it's something that you're interested in that's in Ohio, just let us know.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, I'm just curious about it. I really am. So I'm glad you're going back. Okay,
hopefully we'll see you sometime later on this year, I hope.
I hope so too. We got lucky this winter with you guys.
Yep.
That was great.
It was very nice. In this summer, we got to see you, and hopefully we get to see you this year again.
I hope so too. I always like hanging out with you all. So John said, having to have macaroni and cheese tonight, 2 root canals yesterday. Oh, that's awful. Sorry, John.
That comments went away, didn't it?
Yeah.
My mom says happy Easter. David says good night. John says happy Resurrection Day. Jess says good night, happy Easter. And
good night, everyone.
Yeah. Good night, all. Happy Easter. Yeah, thank you all for being here. Everybody in the chat was fun chatting.
You take care, Danielle. Good seeing you.
Tell
You
Daniel
too.
the boys hello.
You tell them hello.
I will. You guys take care. Have a good
All righty. Good night.
Have a good trip to Myrtle Beach.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, I'm just going to say bye one more time. I'm waiting for the chat to catch up here. So by the way, David and Cindy, my husband says, good to see you guys. Christine says, happy Easter. Yeah, thank you guys all for being here. It was a fun night. There's a lot going on in Lancaster, and David and Cindy have a lot going on upcoming in their channel. So it's a fun time of year. It's warmer outside. Easter's here. It's a great time of year. So thank you guys. I think that's all. I'm gonna say goodbye. I know it's like there's a lag between what you're seeing and the chat, so I try to wait a little bit before I sign off. So I'll wait like 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna end the stream. But it's really fun tonight. That's a good one, John. An empty tomb fills many an empty heart. Amen. That's great. Maggie is out. She's out like a light. She's not into the heat. She's a cold weather dog, so this heat has been knocking her out. Good night, Hans. Hey, Hans, I'm serious when I tell you I would love to do this with you. If you could be like a guest appearance on here and show us some of your delicious Belgian food, that'd be so much fun. So email me if you can do that. lliving45@gmail.com. I'll put in the chat, but I'm serious, Hans. I'd love to have you on here as a guest, and you can talk to us all about all the fun food you have in Belgium. And because I think you're a good cook from how you talk. So Hans, seriously, there's my email. It'd be fun to have you as a guest. And thank you. Happy Easter to you. Happy Easter, Angie and David. Happy Resurrection Day. He is risen. If you know how to respond to that, you can put that in the chat. Some people do that in their churches. You say he is risen, and then like the people say he is risen indeed. So just thought I'd throw that out there in case anybody else knew that. Okay. Well, my air conditioning just kicked on because it's so hot here. So I'm gonna say goodnight now. Oh, my mom and dad got it. I knew you would. You did it right in time before I end the stream. All right, y'all. Take care. You're a blessing to me. Thank you for being here. Good night.